Alright guys, here we go. This is strings. This is where the meat of programming and Objective-C and basically all programming languages in general comes in. So far we've been using ints and we've been using chars and doubles, and they're great and they're really simple to define. You can make them just by simply typing int and then your name equals your number, right? So strings are a little bit different. And there's a few reasons for that. So first of all, a string is a string of characters. You could have a string that has the value of cat. You could have the string that has the value of the entire book of Lord of the Rings. You could have a string full of anything. And basically the way strings are different is because they didn't come built into the Objective-C language. If that makes sense. So as I had told you before, iOS and Objective-C are linked together. Apple didn't create Objective-C, however, they created many methods to go along with it. And one of them is string, or NSstring, as I'll show you right now. So the way we create a string is this way. Let's type NSstring, and then let's name it text equals at quotation hi there, and then we end the quotation and close it. So here is something familiar you've seen before. You've seen at quotation, your text quotation, right? You've seen it in NSlog. All right, and then so here's where it gets a little complicated. So there's many different types of NS, and I'm putting air quotations. You obviously can't see it because I don't have a camera, but there's many types of NS objects. You've seen NSlog, which prints something to the console, and now you're going to see NSstring. So all I want you to see right here is hi there. That's what's stored inside of the string. And the name of our string is text, and this is our type. So it actually does look a little bit similar to an integer, right? Because remember, we had int. You know what? Let me compare them. We had int, my int equals 14, right? We have NSstring, text equals hi there. Now, the only thing different is this asterisk. What does this asterisk mean? Well, that's kind of advanced, but I'll basically tell you what it means. The asterisk stands for a pointer to an object in memory. I'll explain what that means in depth later. However, you can just ignore it right now. But you always need that asterisk whenever using NS objects or UI objects, or basically anything that isn't an int, double, float, char, etc. So watch what happens when I delete this. You'll see that it brings up an error. It says, hey, you need that asterisk. So we can add that asterisk again. All right, so great. You've got a string, and what do we do with that? Well, let's print it to the console. Let's type NSlog, parentheses, at, and then we're not even going to type any text in here. We're just going to pass in text. All right. So you'll see that a warning is popping up, although let's just ignore it for now. So you'll see that it says NSlog text. What do you think this is going to print to the console? Well, it's going to print hi there to the console. So let's run this. Let's run the program. And you'll see that it printed hi there to the console. All right, great. Now, you're maybe wondering, why is this warning popping up? Well, technically, we aren't supposed to simply just pass in a string to NSlog. We're actually supposed to pass in what we've been doing recently. So let's change things up a little bit. Let's change text. Let's change hi there to scruffy. And where it says NSlog, let's put at, quotation, my dog's name is, and then %at. Now you remember that we use different types of these percent characters for different types of variables. For example, integer was %d, double was %f, char was %c, And now for a string or an object, it's %a. So let's put a comment like we've been doing so far and pass in text. Let's run it again. And now you'll see that it says my dog's name is Scruffy. All right, so that is basically strings, and if you're a little confused as of right now, that's completely okay, and I can understand where you're coming from. Like I said, Objective-C will be a little confusing at first, but it will get much easier once you understand what's going on. So just remember, we created a string, an NSstring, we named it text, and we set it equal to Scruffy. Simple as that. And then we printed it to the console. Great. So that's all you need to know for this tutorial, and I will see you in the next one.